Hey guys, I'm back. I know it's been a while, about a week or two. Had exams, finally I'm done with it. How you guys doing? Today I wanted to talk about 11 of the best push-ups. I wanted to talk about the pros and cons of them. I wanted to give them a rating out of 10 and discuss how to do the form of some of them, which might be a bit hard to understand. Let's get into it. All right, first up is knee push-ups. I'd give them a solid 5.5 out of 10. The reason being is because of all the push-ups, they're the easiest. So if you're looking for muscle growth and strength, it's not the best push-up to do. But for beginners, those who are struggling to do normal push-ups, is a great exercise to implement. I'd recommend, in terms of form, get your hands shoulder width apart, elbows tucked in at about a 45-degree angle. Slowly push your chest down and then push yourself back up. All right, next up, number two, incline push-ups. I'd give this about a 6 out of 10. I'd say is in between knee push-ups to full push-ups. So if you can do knee push-ups but you still don't think you can do normal push-ups, then I'd also recommend doing incline push-ups. But again, in terms of strength, in terms of muscle growth, is not the best push-up to be doing because it's quite easy compared to the normal push-ups and other push-up workouts. But again, good for beginners. And again, another reason why I'd cap it at 6 is because unlike other push-ups, this needs an external item like a chair or a sink or like a toolbox, something for you to be able to angular your body. So again, it's not as efficient as other push-ups and it requires more stuff. So I'd have to cap it at 6. But again, good for beginners. Next up is the OG itself, the normal push-up. Solid, dependable, and actually still effective whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. They're perfect. It trains multiple muscles. It's perfect for upper body. Even trains your core to some extent as well. It's perfect. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's honestly really good. Is the push up I do the most? Is the push up I'd recommend you probably should do the most of? You can try other push ups because obviously other push ups work different muscles, but I'd say normal push ups is the most efficient. It trains the most amount of muscles. It's great. Next up is wide arm push ups. I'd give this about a 6.5 to maybe a 7 out of 10 max. It works more of the chest compared to normal push-ups, but it trains your arms less, your triceps specifically. It's good if you want to target your pecs specifically, very good. The issue with wide arm push-ups is that you have to be very careful with your form. I remember myself when I was first into doing push-ups, I'd often get shoulder pain. So you have to make sure you're doing very good with the form. All right, next up we have decline push-ups. Decline push-ups are great. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10, higher than the incline push ups. Decline push ups are much harder than incline push ups. And for me personally, I'd say decline push ups are harder than normal push ups. So if you're trying to add some intensity, I'd recommend decline push ups. You feel it in your upper chest and your front delts harder. A great next step to doing normal push ups. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Great push up to do. Next up are archer push-ups. I'd give them an 8.5 out of 10. They're a challenging calisthenics exercise that strengthens the chest, shoulders, and triceps, whilst also engaging the core for stability. It bridges the gap between normal push-ups and one-arm push-ups. In order to perform this push-up, start in a high plank position with hands wider than shoulder width apart. Then lower your body to one side, extending the opposite arm out to the other side. Then push back up to the starting position and repeat on the other side. Next up, we have clap push-ups. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. It helps to build explosive power, huge strength increase. It's all about fast twitch muscles and explosive power. If you're doing boxing, I'd recommend it. It's great for building up upper body strength. And even if you're not doing boxing, it's still a great exercise to do. How to do these push ups are the same as normal push ups. Hands shoulder width apart. You want your elbows tucked in at about a 45-degree angle. You push down like normal, but then when you go up, you just push yourself up as hard as you can. Try to go up in the air. Next up are explosive push ups. I'd also give this an 8.5 out of 10. I'd say they are easier than clap push ups because a clap push up is pretty much an explosive push up plus a clap at the end. But clap push-ups are slightly dangerous because you can hurt yourself. But with explosive push-ups, they're more safe. So risk and reward, clap push-ups would train you more, but there's a risk. Explosive push-ups are more safer, but they're not as intense. So I'd give them both an 8.5 overall. For an easier version, a safer version of clap push-ups, I'd recommend chest up push-ups. They're a lot easier in comparison, but they're also really good, and to an extent can help you learn one-arm push-ups too, because you have to learn to balance your body all on one arm at some point. They're exactly a normal push-up just with weight on. So if I'm giving a normal push-up a 9 or 9.5 out of 10, I'd give weighted push-ups the same. But I'd still would recommend normal push-ups over weighted push-ups, only because you have to be careful with weighted push-ups. If you put too much weight on it, you risk injuring yourself. And with a normal push-up, there's pretty much no risk of injury. So based on that, I'd recommend normal push-ups. But if you put a low weight where you know there's no way you're going to get injured from this, then go ahead and do weighted push-ups. Alright, last but certainly not least, the final boss of push-ups themselves, one-arm push-ups, which is all about pure control, raw strength, and insane level balance. For those who want to do calisthenics, I'd say that's the level you need to be aiming for. Once you're able to do one-arm push-ups, then you can say you do calisthenics, in my personal opinion. I think that's when you've reached a new level. Alright guys, that comes to pretty much the end of the video. Obviously, I wouldn't be too fussed about what push-up you guys do, because at the end of the day, you're still working to improve yourself. Push-ups with right form are still better than no push-ups. Obviously, there are some push-ups that are easier than others, and you wouldn't gain as much muscle growth and strength compared to other push-ups. As I said, incline push-ups, knee push-ups are easier than decline and normal push-ups. So overall, the push-ups that I'd recommend, number one, normal push-ups without a doubt. Then weighted push-ups, explosive push-ups, and diamond push-ups. I didn't mention in the video about diamond push-ups a bit too. If you're looking for one-arm push-ups, they're more like, I don't say ego lift, but they're more like, it means you've reached a new level, but it's not something you do in a reg as a part of a workout. So if you haven't done one-arm push-ups yet, like you haven't achieved it, then the workouts I recommend would be arch push-ups, chest tap push-ups, and side planks, which I mentioned in greater depth in the previous video. I think it's the video just before this one. You should give it a watch if you're interested in learning one-arm push-ups. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good watch. Hope you guys have a good day, and good luck to your fitness journeys. See you guys next time.